Unfortunately, I need to make a general announcement before we start today. The city is experiencing a technical difficulty. The Zoom package as it currently exists will crash in about 35 minutes.
Okay.
And so we need to get all of the preliminary matters that have been resolved on the record. Any unresolved matters will be pushed to December 21st. That's an open date. We will hopefully have a quorum of the board, and we will apologize. I know this creates a major problem for many of you. It's unanticipated, outside of our control. So we need to do what we can to make sure your matter is heard as promptly as possible. But for today, we're going to get all the preliminary matters on the record, and then we will be prepared to shut down because Zoom is going to shut us down. We don't have a choice. And so we're going to suspend the introduction of all the board members so we can put more time into hearing the cases. There are two interpreters who will need to go into a breakout room with administrative staff so they can have you interpret on the situation with our appellant who needs assistance. There's a Spanish interpreter and a Cantonese interpreter, I believe. Okay. Who's representing the city will give us our preliminary matters for the record.
Good afternoon, members of the board. Jim Kelly on behalf of the city.
Good afternoon, Mr. Kelly. How are you today?
Doing well.
Okay. Just one moment, please. Let's proceed.
Okay. Starting with number 2, HA 2021-1350, 1416 South 56th Street, Joshua Cohen. I believe that matter has been withdrawn.
Withdrawn. Thank you.
Yes. Number 5, HA 2022-3334, 2510 South 3rd Street, Yang Din Yang. There's an agreement for a city affirm with a $150 fine.
Okay, let us call the case. HA-2022-003334, 2510 South 3rd Street, Yang Din Yang. Per agreement, city affirm, $150 fine. If my colleagues would join me.
You're muted.
City affirmed per agreement, $150 fine.
City affirmed per the agreement with a $150 fine.
City affirmed $150 fine per agreement.
City affirmed per agreement, $150 fine.
Thank you very much. Oh, Mr. Kelly, just use the last 4 digits, please. The last set of digits, rather. So you don't have to pronounce the whole thing.
Sure.
Thank you.
Number 11, 4148 1720 Reed Street, Mary Mock. There's an agreement for a city affirm with a $250 fine.
Okay, we'll pull the board. 004148 1720 Reed Street, Mary Mock. Per agreement, city affirm, $250 fine per agreement.
City affirmed per agreement, $250 fine.
I think, Mr. Tennant, your vote. Mr. Tennant has lost audio, so let's move on to the next person, Ms. Penn.
City affirmed $250 fine per agreement.
Okay.
City affirmed per agreement, $250 fine.
Okay, Mr. Tennant, I'd ask you, you lost audio, Mr. Tennant, so I'd ask you to post your vote in the chat if you would, please, until you can resolve your audio issue. All right, Mr. Kelly.
Thank you. The next one is number 12, 4255 2604 South 2nd Street, Man Kai Si, Moot.
Moot. Okay, this is the one that had the Cantonese interpreter. Is there a Cantonese interpreter present? M. Wong, unmute, please.
I'm here.
Okay, Ms. Wong, is the appellate present, Mr. Wade?
I do not see them. There are several phone numbers, but I do not see.
Okay, Ms. Wong, would you call the name of that client, please? Man Kai Si.
Capacity, but I do not have the capacity to call.
No. I mean announce.
Man Kai Si喺度嗎?
One more time.
Man Kai Si喺度嗎?
Okay. No one's responding yet. Ms. Wong, would you be patient enough to just stay with us until potentially the end of this, and we'll try again? Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
Okay. Alrighty, that matter is moot. Next, Mr. Kelly.
Yes, number 14, 4724, 114 South Salford Street, Joyce Bell, moot.
Moot. Thank you.
Number 15, 4726, 1223 Hope Street, William Rookstool, moot complied.
Moot complied. Thank you.
Number 16, 4746, 3901 Conshohocken Avenue, Kiryat Greenbrier LP, moot.
Moot. Thank you.
Number 17, 4758, 399 Market Street, Chris Filius, that's been withdrawn.
Withdrawn. Thank you.
Number 18, 4776, 279 East Queen Lane, Linda Sykes, moot.
Moot. Thank you.
Number 19, 4782, 4805 Liper Street. I'm sorry. Number 21, 4785, 221 Chestnut Street, Cast Iron Real Estate LLC, withdrawn.
Withdrawn. Thank you.
Number 22, 4787, 1532 68th Avenue, Burgess Schuler, moot complied.
Moot complied. Thank you.
Number 23, 4789, 6100 Henry Avenue, Frank Boyer, moot complied.
Moot complied. Thank you.
Number 24, 4792, 4007 Brown Street, Greg Samuels, moot complied.
Moot complied. Thank you.
Number 26, 4807, 2734 West Albert Street, Javiz Phelps, Washington, moot complied.
Thank you.
Number 27, 4813, 12521 Richton Road, Steve Clark, moot complied.
Thank you.
Number 28, 4820, 3744 North Sydenham Street, moot.
Moot. Thank you.
Number 30, 4832, 1320 South Third Street, Leanne Westcott, moot complied.
Moot complied. Thank you.
Number 31, 4840, 182 Mannheim Street, Araminta, Washington. That's I'm sorry, the appellant had requested a continuance, so I could just skip that one.
But while we're on the record, we just said noted as continued.
Sure.
Okay.
Number 32, 4846, 5401 West Berks Street, Liberty Real Estate Investment, moot complied.
Thank you very much.
Number 33, 4869, 1800 Benjamin Franklin Parkway, the Logan Hotel, moot complied.
Moot complied. Thank you.
And 37, 4987, 3020 South Broad Street, Global Montello Group Corporation. There's an agreement for a city affirm with a 90-day stay of enforcement.
Okay. 90-day stay per agreement. Okay. We will call the vote on HA-2022-004987-3020 South Broad Street, Global Montello Group Corp. Per agreement, city affirmed, 90-day stay of enforcement.
City affirmed per agreement, 90-day stay of enforcement.
Mr. Tennant, you still don't have audio. So again, would you kindly put your vote in the chat?
City affirmed 90-day stay of enforcement per agreement.
City affirmed per agreement, 90-day stay of enforcement.
Thank you very much. Okay. Mr. Kelly, anything else?
That's all that I have. I'm not sure. My colleagues may potentially have something else, but that's all that I have.
Okay, if you raise your,
Mr.
yes,
Chair,
sir.
Just want to double check.
Yes, sir.
Case number 26, was that mute complied?
26 was moot complied. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay. And I would advise all of anyone whose matter has been called and the resolution is moot or moot complied, and if you need an explanation for that, please call the administrator's office and they can give you additional detail. Is there anyone else from the law department that has a matter that should go on the record before we lose our Zoom connection? If you do, please raise your hand. Okay, raise your hand. There's someone, Motorola Moto, Mr. Wade. I'm not sure who that individual is. Maybe an appellant.
Yes, I believe that's an appellant. Just give me 1 second.
Okay, just 1 second. And Mr. Wade, I guess we'll rely on you to keep track of the clock for us.
I'm pretty sure I will get a warning when we have a few
Okay.
minutes left, but
Okay,
right now, I think we're okay. I started at 1:29. I believe we should have till about 10 after 2, a
okay,
little bit before that.
okay. If we could, I think that's you, Mr. Tennant.
At least the speaker's working.
Yeah. Okay. Any
Can you hear
possible?
me now, sir?
Yes, I can hear you now.
Thank you.
Okay, if we could unmute a Motorola Moto.
Well, you also have a Miss Patricia Supovich with her
Yes.
hand raised.
Yep, we'll get to her after we in order. Thank you, sir.
Give me 1 second.
Unless he can unmute himself. Mr. Wade, are you not able to unmute?
I'm unmuting Patricia currently. I don't see the Motorola.
Okay. Miss Sepovitz, how may we help you?
Morning, I'm David Abbott. I'm here for Ms. Supovitz.
Oh, okay.
I sent an email in confirming my representation. to Ms.
Okay.
Early, I think her name is.
Okay. Now Miss Sepovitz raised her hand. I assume she has a question. So do you have a question, Mr. Averett?
I just wanted to advise that that's one in the same case.
Oh, okay. But now she's your client, so I would expect you to
Right.
speak on her behalf. So do you know what she needs?
No, nothing.
I'm just wondering if do not have any contact directly for Mr. Kelly. I'm assuming from what I heard, we're getting passed off till December. So
Yes.
if I could get his email, maybe I can resolve this between now and then.
Okay, Mr. Kelly, if you put your email in the chat, please.
Sure.
Okay. Now, can we get Mr. Motorola answer? Ms. Sepovitz, I assume that answered your question.
Yeah, so I mean, we're not going to have a hearing on the merits, I'm assuming.
Not today.
Okay, I got you. Thank you.
Does anyone else have a question before we lose connectivity? Yes,
I
sir. We're trying to get you unmuted, sir. You're muted now. If you'd unmute yourself, Mr. Motorola Moto. Could you unmute yourself if you can? Yes. Sir, identify yourself and what is your question?
My name is Malcolm Williams. I didn't hear my address come up.
Okay, it may not have been resolved. What is your address?
Case number 29, 4345 Brown Street.
Okay. Let me see what we did.
We didn't do anything. That case is going to be continued.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. That's going to be continued to the 21st. December 21st, Mr.
Mr.
Thank
Chair,
you.
if we can address case number 3, I don't see the appellant in the room, and I don't see the Spanish interpreter. If the Spanish interpreter can identify themselves, and then we can make a blanket statement for the remaining cases.
Okay. Call number 3 then.
Is there a Spanish interpreter on the call?
Okay, we don't have a Spanish interpreter and we don't have let's do this, Mr. Wade. Let's just continue the whole thing, given the nature of this.
Yes.
Okay. Again, the general announcement for anyone who just joined, we've been advised that there is a citywide issue with Zoom, and not certain why it exists or the cause of it. What we do know is that we will lose connectivity in about 10 minutes. So we have decided that we would only hear during the period that we have connectivity, the preliminary matters that can be resolved, which we have, the law department's put on the record, those matters that have been withdrawn, rendered moot or moot complied, or will be continued. All the other matters will be heard on December 21st. That's the new date.
Mr. Chair, if they're not
Yes, sir.
resolved between now and then,
Yes,
correct?
if they aren't resolved, if you can resolve your matter with your counterpart at the city law department, please do so. Reach out to the law department. There may be opportunity to resolve your matter before the 21st. If it has not been resolved and cannot be resolved, we will hold a hearing on December 21st. Does anyone have a question regarding my statement?
Will you get a new letter?
Yes, you will get there will be more communications to be forthcoming regarding the new date. Mr. Dubill?
I have a question concerning my appearance. My number was not called, my address was not called, so I'm supposed to wait for December 21st.
Yes, unless you can resolve it between now and then.
And we will have a letter or an email
Yes.
to that effect.
Yes, you will get your standard communications regarding the 21st.
Okay, so how do I know mine is definitely in the group
Because he wasn't called today.
if it wasn't called? Now, what if I'm away that week?
Well, you have to, if you can't be there, you need to tell us. All the standard rules apply. If you can't make the hearing, you need to request a continuance. If you don't do that and your case is called, we will make a decision based on your lack of appearance.
So it's definitely December 21st.
December 21st is the date we've set for hear all these matters that are not worked today. Mr. Wade, do we need to put in a blanket anything on the record for everything that has not been resolved?
I don't believe so unless Ryan feels like I should read the cases that are being continued. It's that.
Mr. McSherry?
If we have time and we're able to do so, then yes. I know we have limited time and there's a significant amount of cases. We can do it by reference. I know.
I can quickly just list the case and the ha, and then at the end,
yes, please do.
Mr. Chair can, okay.
Yeah, we're putting on the record all the cases now that will be continued to the 21st.
Case number 1, hearing appeal ending 1075, 2651 Buckius. Case number 3, hearing appeal ending 3044, 3149 Jasper Street. Case number 4, hearing ending 3167, 1408 through 10 Reed Street. Case number 6, hearing appeal ending 3344, 1250 South 45th Street. Case number 7, hearing appeal ending 3452, 1833 through 39 South Broad. Case number 8, hearing ending 3744, 3742 Val Lane. Case number 9, hearing ending 3904, 816 South Vodges Street. Case number 10, hearing ending 3911, 4740 Mulberry Street. Case number 13, hearing ending 4332, 735 South 10th Street. Case number 19, hearing ending 4782, 4805 Lightbeer Street. Case number 20, hearing ending 4784, 7001 Elmwood Avenue. Case number 25, hearing ending 4802, 5060 McKean Avenue. Case number 29, hearing ending 4828, 4345 Brown Street. Case number 34, hearing ending 4874, 4931 North Marvine Street. Case 35, hearing ending 4889, 1124 through 28 Dickinson Street. Case 36, hearing ending 4890, 2916 North 25th Street. Case 38, hearing ending 5069, 6115 Germantown Avenue. Case number 39, hearing ending 3888, 2901 North 18th Street. And case number 40, hearing ending 4068, 9906 Bustleton Avenue. Will all be continued to December 21st. Notice will be mailed out shortly.
Thank you very much, everyone, for your patience and your cooperation. That will conclude today's matters. And for
I'm
those of
sorry,
you-
hello. My
Yes.
address wasn't called for to go on the 21st.
what is your address?
114 South Salford Street. I'm not
Mr.
really sure
Chair.
why I'm here anyway.
That was read moot. That matter was moot.
That matter is moot, which means it's been resolved. You can call the office if you need a greater, more explanation about that. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yep.
Mr. Chair, may I add that for any of the appellants that happen to involve an ownership interest that's an LLC or a corporation, a limited liability company, you will be required to have an attorney represent you at the hearing on the 21st. I just wanted to provide that reminder. It's in your
Thank you.
written notice.
Thank you so much. So any company, LLC, corporate, whatever corporation you are, please hire an attorney before you return. Thank you so much, everyone. Have a good afternoon. And how many minutes do we have left, Mr. Wade, before we go dark?
I'm going to say about 8 or 9.
Okay, what I'd like to do then is put the board into a breakout room, please. Can we do that?
If I may make a suggestion, we'll end this meeting and then the board can just rejoin that. That way we won't be up against it.
Oh, okay. So
If we end this
just end
session,
it. Yep.
we'll have another 45 minutes.
Yep.
40
Okay.
minutes. All right?
So good afternoon, everyone. We're going to close this session out. Our court reporter, Ms. Rob, have a good afternoon.